I realized that I never did do an introduction clip for my reading vlog, so this is what it is. So welcome to my reading vlog. Even though I've already done it, I did want to say what this is about and what I will be reading for the following clips. So this video idea I wanted to read some favorite books from some of my favorite booktubers. Of course, I'm only going to do a few per video. I'm planning on doing several of these to cover everybody. But I chose 6 booktubers for this video, and I'm reading books that I've either heard them rave about, give 5 stars, or just have seen them highly recommend. So for this vlog, I'm going to be reading books recommended by Heather, Bree, Tori, Melissa, Crystal, and Jessica. I've got it all on my iPad. Trying to remember everything. So the book that is recommended by Tori is Make It Sweet by Kristin. Callihan by Bree, Misadventures of a College Girl by Rowe. Heather, Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey. Melissa, A Dowry of Blood by St. Gibson. Crystal, Unhinged by Onley James, and Jessica, The Risk by St. Abbey. Of course, I will have all of their channel links in the description box, so please go subscribe if you're not. I had so much fun with this reading vlog. I discovered some really great books, and I'm really glad I did this, and I can't wait to do the next one. So anyway, let the vlog begin. Hi everybody, welcome to the first clip of the vlog, my reading some of my favorite booktubers' favorite books. These are just books that they have really loved, so I'm going to read them as well. And I already started the first book, which is Make It Sweet by Kristin Callihan. This is one that Tori recently gave 5 stars and read and loved it, and it was in, I believe it was in her Grumpy Hero or Heroine, Grumpy Sunshine Hero or Heroine book recs video. So I will also have everybody listed down below, so go check them out and subscribe if you haven't already. But I think I'm on beginning chapter 7, so I'm a little ways through it. I am reading this on Kindle Unlimited, and this is one of the books that the audiobook is already included with it. I love when I can find a book I want to read on Kindle and the audiobook is already there with it, so that's just a plus. I've been reading the Puck series by Helena Hunting, and of course, you know, it's a hockey series, and this book started out with the hero played hockey, and I thought it was quite funny that I just accidentally picked up another hockey romance. But there is a twist in it. Something happens to him. I think he gets a really bad concussion. They haven't really played out that part yet about what happened to him. They just kind of hinted around at it, and he has lost the ability to play because he gets really bad migraines and things, and he is living with his grandmother. She owns this, I don't know if it's a resort. It's not a resort, I don't think, but it's some type of place where he kind of grew up at, and he's always associated it with peace and comfort and just being back with family while he's trying to figure out what to do with his life next now that he is not playing hockey. And then in comes the heroine. She was just introduced. She has come to also stay at this place. She is an actress. She's been doing very well, but then she finds her boyfriend or fiance cheating on her, and she finds out that the TV show she has been starring in, they are killing her character off, so she's going to lose her job soon. So she doesn't know what to do, and she's just kind of, you know, her whole life is turning upside down, and so she has come to, you know, try to figure out what she's going to do and just get away for some peace and recharge. So that is what they're doing right at the moment. And the grandmother is so funny. She's kind of like low-key trying to matchmake them, but it's so cute. But anyway, I just started this book, and I am cleaning today, and I'm going to be putting on my headphones and listening to the audiobook of this book. I am excited. I'm going to try to get it finished today. So yeah, hopefully I can. I will update you again when I have more read. So I am heating up my lunch right now. I have been listening to this, but I decided to pop in real quick and tell you that it has one of my favorite tropes in it, which is the one bed trope. It is so cute. She asked him to be her +1 to this wedding, and it's her co-star's wedding, and when they get there, they put them in one bedroom with one bed. So this is really good. I am really enjoying this. I love the banter between the hero and heroine. They are so cute. I have really been enjoying this book so far, and I'm gonna keep listening. Hi guys, I wanted to jump in and say that I did finish Make It Sweet by Kristin Callihan last night. It was just later on in the evening, so I was already in my pajamas, so I didn't want to update then. I love this book so much. I rated it 5 stars. I'm so glad that I read it. It was just so sweet. They were both, the hero and the heroine are both at points in their lives where their lives have just completely changed. They just don't know where to go, and they kind of find comfort in each other and start to really like each other. It was just so good. I loved their romance so much. There was a part at the end that kind of broke my heart for all the characters involved, because he's just trying to grasp on to what he knew but was hurting everybody else in the process. But she still stuck with him even though she didn't think it was the right decision for him, and I really like that. Usually couples, if there's a conflict in a book, you know, it's like the breaking point of the relationship, but they were still trying to work through it and get through it, and they did, and it was so good. So I'm so glad that I read it. It was one that I really liked, and Tori really recommended it. I know I've seen it a lot around lately, so I know many others like this book, but I did specifically see Tori recommend this, so I read it because of Tori. I don't know what I'm be picking up next. I need to see what is on my list, and I'll let you know. Hi, back for another update. I decided to start Love Her or Lose Her by Tessa Bailey. This is the second book in that series. I don't know what the series is called, but I'm like, well, I'm hoping that this can be read as a standalone. I'm sure I'll go back and read the first one. I think you just kind of see one of the characters from the first book in it. But anyway, I saw Heather from Hey Booktubes read this and loved it, so I decided to do it. Of course, I've seen a lot of other people rave about this book as well. I think Chandler from Chandler Ainsley, I think she liked it too. But anyway, I saw that Heather really liked this book, gave it 5 stars. So I am listening to it. I have it on Hoopla, and I've already 22% in the book. It is so good. This is a marriage in trouble, and I really haven't read a lot of those, but I really do like each one that I read because it is so relatable. But you start off, they've already had their love story, but now they've just come to a standstill, which happens so often. And the heroine of the story, decides to leave because there is, they don't talk anymore. They don't do anything really together anymore. So she decides to leave. She's staying at a friend's house, and he's like, no, I refuse. It just shows like how lack of communication can be so detrimental to a relationship, because in his mind, he has been working so hard to take care of them because that's what his dad did for their family. And so in his way, that is showing his love, but she needs, communication. She needs to be told, that he loves her and that they need to talk and just be more of a couple. So they are starting therapy, counseling for their marriage, and they just stepped into the building, so I am looking forward to their therapy sessions and what continues on from there. It is really good so far, and I'm glad that I picked it up from Heather's recommendation. Hi, it is later on in the day. It is a little after 5. My kids are home, so if you hear them, that's why. But I just finished listening to Lose Her or Love Her by Tessa Bailey, and it was so good. I even teared up at the end. I'm like having to wipe away tears before I start this video. The ending was just so sweet. This really dealt with learning your spouse's love language, which is really important. And just, you know, having to learn how the other one operates, because we don't all think the same way. We don't all want the same things. And a lot of times you just really have to learn how to speak your partner's language. And that was a big thing in this book, and I really enjoyed it. This was such an excellent read. Of course, 5 stars. And I think this is the first book I've read by Tessa Bailey, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely an author I'm going to continue to read. But now I need to pick the next book. Not sure what I'm going to pick yet. I need to go through and see what is available. So I will get back with you once I pick the next read. Okay, so I'm back. That was pretty quick. I found Misadventures of a College Girl on Hoopla, and that is the next book I'm going to listen to. And this is recommended by Bree from In Love and Words. This is one that I've heard her rave about so many times, and I still have yet to read it. It's by Lauren Rowe. I love all the books I've read by Lauren Rowe so far, and I think this is one of Bree's favorites. And I've been meaning to read this for a really long time, so I decided, why not, when I'm reading my favorite booktubers favorites. So I'm going to read this. I'm going to start on it. I'm not even sure what it's about. I've kind of forgot, but the cover has a football helmet and like a ballet mask. So I'm assuming it's going to be new adult or maybe even adult. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he's the football star and she's maybe a dancer or something. I don't know. I will let you know more when I start to read it, but I'm very excited. I found this one. I thought that I couldn't find this one the other day on Hoopla, but I just searched for it and there it was. So yay. Very glad that I found this audiobook. I'm gonna start listening to it. I probably won't get much listened to tonight since my husband is on his way home from work, but I will definitely listen to it tomorrow, and I will probably check in with you guys tomorrow. Hi everybody, it is the next day and I am 28% through Misadventures of a College Girl by Lauren Rowe. It is so funny. I'm at a really funny part, so I'm like, I have to update you guys on this part. So essentially the book is about a girl who starts college and she's a virgin. She decides that she wants to lose her virginity, and her roommate is like, you need to get a guy who's very experienced, and so that you'll have a really first good time. So that's what they do. They go to this party, this college party that is like hosted by some of the football players of the college, and she meets one of the football players, and he realizes that, you know, it comes about that she is still a virgin. So he's like, wait, I don't want to do this because, you know, your first time needs to be really special, and he's not looking for a relationship. So he's like, you know, you really need to have, like, it means something and whatnot. Well, she, you know, they end up not doing anything, and then I think it's like the next day or whatever, and she's walking to class. He meets up with her and he's like, you know, I've totally changed my mind. I want this first time with you. But an altercation kind of happened where he called a guy a nerd, but it was actually just the guy's nickname. And she's like, no, definitely not happening. And plus she was already kind of offended that, you know, he thought that it needed to be such a special time. Like, why can't, you know, it just kind of be a fling? Because so she just wants this fling to lose her virginity, and now he's on board with it, but she's not. And they have this same class together, and the teacher is pairing up the two people, you know, to work on this class project, and he's really hoping to get paired with her. Well, they do not, but she gets paired with one of the football players, which is and she had already kind of like teased him that day that she would just ask him to be, you know, the one who pops her cherry because he's a very nice going guy, you know, he's one that does relationships and all that, and now she is partnered with him on this class project, and the hero is just like beside himself. He's like, no. So funny. I had to just pop in here and let you guys know that I did start it. I'm 28% through, and it is fantabulous, of course. And it is so cool that Lauren Rowe, I'm listening to the audiobook, and Lauren Rowe actually narrates this audiobook herself. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I will check back in with you guys later. Hi, me again. Oh my goodness, I just finished listening to The Misadventures of a College Girl. I am just shocked that it's already over. I laughed, I cried, I did. It seems like this book covered every emotion. Definitely 5 stars. So glad I read it. Oh my goodness. When they are, okay, I think the last time I updated you, they were going to have different partners in their school project. Well, it so happened where they asked the teacher to switch partners, so they did end up being partners, and so they decided to have a fling during their 5 weeks of, you know, doing these 2 classes together. And of course they fall in love, but of course there's no way for them to be together because he is going on to be in the NFL and she is just starting her journey at college. Her dream is to be on Broadway, and so it's like they are not destined to be together, but they love each other so much, and the ending was just so good. Oh, I just don't have the words. This was amazing. And I cried like a baby when they both talked about what happened to their moms. They both lost their moms, and just the feels was, I was painting and I had to just stop because I'm like, I can't, this is so overwhelming. I felt everything that they were feeling, and it was just needless to say, this was a great book, and I love that Lauren Rowe narrated it herself. So anyway, great pick by Bree. This was a recommendation I've heard from her for a long time. So glad that I finally read it. So I'll let you know what I'm going to read next. Hi, I am outside now, so I had to take our dog outside. So I'm just sitting out here, and I was looking through the books, and I decided to go ahead and go with A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is one that I saw Melissa highly recommend, and she said that she devoured it in like 24 hours, and she gave it 5 stars. So that's what I'm going to be listening to next. Hoopla. Hoopla has really come through lately for me. It has an audiobook of this, and I have just so been enjoying audiobooks lately. For one thing, I can do the other things while I'm listening to a book. Plus, I usually have Alexa read me books on Kindle, but the audiobooks, like real audiobooks, are just so much better than Alexa. But I'm going to start listening to that. Now, the synopsis of this book is kind of confusing. I'll just have to let you know once I start, but it's something about I think it's like a Dracula retelling. So we'll see. I think Riley also read this one and was really good. So I just want to let you know that that's what I'm going to be listening to next. Okay, I have started A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I am 30% through. This is like a set in the medieval times. This girl was severely injured when these, I guess they were soldiers, just murdered her village, and she was saved by Dracula. He turned her into a vampire, and he took her home, and they are married, I believe. And you know, they're lovers. But the book starts out where she has killed him, and so she's like recounting like their what happened from the very beginning and up through the years that, you know, led to this, because he's very heartless, and he's very possessive of her. He just wants to keep her to himself, and she's discovering kind of some of his secrets and how heartless he can be. And it's really good. I enjoy it. I'm not enjoying it quite as much as the other books that I've read in this vlog, but it is very intriguing. And this is a paranormal romance, which tomorrow is the last day of September, so I'm starting my paranormal romances early for October. So it is very intriguing. So I will continue to listen and give you an update later. Hello, it is the next day, and I just finished listening to A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, and this was quite a different book, a lot different than what I've been reading. This was one I got from Melissa, and I don't know how I feel about it, because it wasn't really a romance per se. So this point of view is from a girl who was turned into a vampire by Dracula. This is like a Dracula retelling, and he has collected brides, you know, partners throughout time, but they're all gone by the time she's created. And he collects two more. It's another girl and a boy. But he has complete control over them. He doesn't allow them to leave to do anything they want to do, and they live, you know, so many years under this, not having their own freedom. And finally they make this decision to kill him, to, you know, take back their lives again. And that was pretty much it. Like, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was an intriguing read because it's very unique, but it's just not my cup of tea per se. So I'm debating whether to give it 3 or 4 stars, because it was very unique, but it's just not what I particularly enjoy. So I think I might have to give it 3.5 stars. It's just wasn't a romance, in my opinion. I'm going to start The Risk by S.T. Abbey. This is a series, which I've had this on my TBR for so long, and I just haven't gotten to it. Jessica from Peace Love Books, I think she recently read this, and she loved it. So I just saw this recently recommended by her. She gave it 5 stars. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to have Alexa read it to me. I couldn't find the audiobooks on Hoopla, so I will have Alexa read it to me. It's not that long, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get that done. I will hopefully get this book read today and then move on to my last book. But yes, I don't really know. I think it's a reverse harem, but I'm not completely sure. I have no idea what this book is about. So I'll give you an update once I have more to update on. Okay, I started The Risk, and it is definitely not reverse harem. She is a killer. She kills
men that have wronged her in her past. I've only read the first chapter, but and it's also in I went back and read the synopsis, so it is in the synopsis. This is not a spoiler. She meets this guy while she's having coffee at a coffee shop, and he is in the FBI. So I think this is going to be their romance, but he's FBI, doesn't know that she is killing. So very intriguing so far. I'm going to read more. Hi, me again. I just finished The Risk by, I think it's St. Abby. Oh my goodness. I rated it 5 stars because it is insane. The girl, the heroine of the story, is a killer. She's killing people that have wronged her and her brother in the past. I still don't know the full story yet. They haven't really delved into the full thing. But she has a friend that's like helping her do these, and she is dating an FBI agent, and it is very intriguing, and it left off on a cliffhanger where the stuff is about to go down. And I want to read the second book so bad. So this has been a great read. It was actually a very short read. It's not even 12 yet. Oh well, it's about to be 12. And so yeah, I had Alexa read it to me, and I'm very glad that I read it. I'm gonna go ahead and read my last book that I had planned instead of going on to the second book, but I will be continuing this series because it was so good. My last book is Unhinged by Onley James. I think that's how you say the name. This I saw Crystal rave about recently, so I'm going to read it. I'm actually going to have Alexa read it to me because I'm going to start Unhinged. I don't know what it's about, so I'll let you know when I get some read. Okay, I want to update. I am to chapter 10 in Unhinged by Onley James. And this one is also like a killer romance. I totally had no idea that I'd pick 2 of them that had killer romances. So this is about a guy named Adam. He was adopted when he was young because he was taken out of his home due to neglect, and he went he was studied and declared a psychopath, and nobody wanted him. But this man who adopts children who have those tendencies, and he raises them to become killers for like justice, vigilantes type of situation. So that's what he has done. They all, I think there's 7 of them, and they're raised to commit these murders for people who are just horrible people. And he's now just starting to date Noah. He killed Noah's father before because Noah's father was a horrible person. He raped children, and Noah was he wanted to kill Adam since he killed his father, until Adam, hey, your dad was horrible. And then those memories started coming back to him. And so now they're on the path to finding the other bad men that, was associated with his father. And it is really good. I am enjoying it. It's very unique. So I am enjoying it at, I don't remember what, 30%, I think 33. So I will continue listening, and I will update you again. Hi guys, I wanted to update you before the day ended and let you know that I finished Unhinged by Onley James, and I rated it 5 stars. When I first began it was kind of slow for me, and I didn't think that I was going to enjoy it quite as much, but it really, things started happening. And Noah and Adam, where I left off last was they had just started dating each other. And Adam had killed Noah's father previously, and all these things come up about
what Noah's dad was a part of, and it was very, very bad. It was this much bigger thing than they had originally thought, and so this was kind of like their revenge on those people. And of course, you know, Adam was like a psychopath or sociopath where he can't feel anything, but he's very protective of Noah. He would burn down the world, you know, for Noah. He is so completely into Noah. And even though he says that he doesn't know how to love, to feel. And I love the phrase that they use for each other. It's like, I maybe love you. That was so sweet, because Noah said that he had never been loved by anybody in his life. So neither of them even knew what love felt like, but they love each other. And then of course Noah found, you know, a new family with Adam's family, and this was such a great book. It surprised me. It really did. I didn't think I was going to give it 5 stars, but I ended up giving it 5 stars. It was really, really good. I'm looking forward to the next book. It's about one of the other brothers in that like psychopath family of killers. So that's gonna be fun. So anyway, that's the last book for this vlog. I've read 6 books by 6 different booktubers that I really love and watch. And if you're not subscribed to them, please subscribe. And yeah, I am going to try to do another one of these soon, because I love and watch a lot of booktubers, and I just I'm gonna have to do several videos to try to cover everybody. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you've read any of these, or if you have any that you would like me to read. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.